Okay. Guys, my name is Anshu Mor. I am 43 years old. I am a very sophisticated guy from Gurgaon. Yeah. You know, till a few months back, I used to head Xbox business at Microsoft. Okay? Yeah, you know, fancy corporate life, international travel, big boardroom meetings, you know, all that fancy stuff. Then I went and watched this movie called Tamasha by Imtiaz Ali and Shod Salah. So I went to office the next day and resigned to become a stand-up comedian. Now, when my parents got to know, for some reason they thought I'm joining Bollywood. You know, my mom said, "Beta, Karan se dur rehna." My dad got to know, he was like, "Beta, entertainment industry to theek hai, शादियों में मत नाचना." मेरे घर में सब फिल्मी हुए थे. You know, my friends got to know, they thought it was a midlife crisis going on. You know, I believe 40s is not a midlife crisis. Right? People here in 40s, just give me a cheer. 40s is not a midlife crisis. 40s is just a crisis. It's a standalone crisis. You know, 40s is like when you're coming back from this great vacation. You know, when you're thinking, yaar, kitna maza aaya, vacation was so nice, ab kya karenge, aage kuch hai nahi karne ko. And then you're trying to convince yourself, nahi yaar, ghar jaake bhi maza aayega, apna bed, apna TV. You know, that is how 40s is. I'm married. I would have normally reacted, but my wife is in the room. We will talk later. No, but my wife doesn't like all that is happening now. She married a corporate guy and now stand-up comedian. Yeah, she doesn't like. But sex is good. You know, at our age, we don't call it sex. Right? We call it making love. It's very different from sex. Sex is when two bodies are coming together to replicate 50 shades of grey. At 40, you have enough grey on your body. It is not that. You know, it is making love. It's a warm, fuzzy feeling when it's raining outside. There is this beautiful music playing. You're sitting with your wife, and then you have wine in your hand, and then she touches your arm, and then she gently massages it, and then she moves her fingers up, and she massages your neck. फिर तुम सोचते यार ये मसाज ही चलने दो. Let me share some good news with you guys. I became a proud dad today. Yeah. Now let me just clarify. My son was born 15 years ago. I just became proud of him today. You know, he's about 6'2" in height. I think by the time I finish the set, he would have grown taller. But you know, very early in the parenting process, me and my wife decided roles for each other. Okay? I was supposed to be Amresh Puri. She was meant to be Farida Jalal. Now professionally, I become Johnny Lever. There's a lot of confusion going in my family right now. But I think I'm doing good for my son. I really do believe that I'm doing good for my son. Uska baap stand-up comedian hai. You can't set a bar any lower. यहाँ से सब ऊपर है उसके. You know, but I learned a lot of parenting skills from my father. Everybody does. I learned a few good ones. Like especially when you're watching TV with your kid, and if anything objectionable comes, change the channel to news. You know, my father would even change the channel when those two flowers would meet. साला उस चक्कर में मैं कभी नेचर को अप्रिशिएट नहीं कर सका.